So we are praying to God that He may be always with us and make us happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise in life. May this is for others also and for ourselves also. May we fly on the rocket of ambition and land on the planet of success. Hold your hands. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, God, for all that you have given us. Now, we today have to start with, see, we have revised our continuity and differentiability. We had to revise for the second order derivative. And in application of derivatives, we are having the complete chapter. Yesterday we revised about tangents and normals, and today we are going to revise increasing and decreasing functions. Right, now all of you know about increasing and decreasing functions. And
yeah.
Yes. Okay, Devansh, can you tell me something about increasing and decreasing functions? Yes, Devansh, anything that you know about it, you can just tell it.
मैम इंक्रीजिंग तो होता है जिसपे इंक्रीज होता रहे, ग्राफ ऊपर की तरफ चले, और स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीजिंग जिसमें सिर्फ ऊपर ही चलता रहे, और डिक्रीजिंग में नीचे, और स्ट्रिक्टली डिक्रीजिंग में भी ऐसे होता है.
Very good. Very good. So we will just have a small difference between increasing and strictly increasing, decreasing and strictly decreasing, right? So we will just see for the difference there, then what is that small difference, and we will look for the graphs, and it is easy to understand it with the help of graph. Yes, it's easy to understand for that with the help of graph. So let's come to that. I'm showing you a screen. You just look at that. I'm sharing a screen. Just look at that and we'll be having the explanation with the help of that. Just wait for some time. Okay, I have got it. So all of you look at your screens. You have got the increasing functions there? Yes? Are the increasing functions visible to you? Just please answer. Is your screen giving you the increasing functions? I have opened a PPT on that. Let's look at that. See, we are taking a function. Whenever we take a function, we take it as y equal to fx, where x is the values, that is the domain where we are putting the values here, and the result that we are getting is fx, right? So we say that here fx, y equal to fx be a differentiable function on an open interval AB if for any 2 points x1, x2 belongs to AB such that x1 is greater than x2. That means if we are making the graph and we are taking any 2 points, this is x1, this is x2. Whenever we move from left to right, we always come to least to greater values. We always move from least to greater values, right? Whenever we are plotting the points, we write it like this. 1, 2, 3, so we are moving towards the greater values. So that is what the statement is saying, that x1 is less than x2. That means here x1 is less than x2. We are moving to right side. Holds the inequality fx1 less than equal to fx2. That means if we are making a graph here, so let's take at some x1 we are having some fx1, at some x2 we are having some value of y, that is fx2. So when values on x are increasing, values on y are also increasing. So this is fx1 and this is fx2. That means when values on x are increasing, values on y are also increasing, right? So we say that it is an increasing function. So this is the graph of an increasing function. We have shown here that when x1 and x2, these are the 2 points, when values of x are increasing to right side, the values of the function, that is values of y, are also increasing, and we are making a tangent at any point of this, right? Now we have to differentiate between increasing and strictly increasing. What do we mean by that? Let's look at the graph on left side. It is an increasing function and this is a strictly increasing function. Can you differentiate between the two? Anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Just tell me what is the difference between the two looking at the graphs. Can you tell me the difference?
मैम इंक्रीजिंग में तो थोड़ा सा कांस्टेंट भी हो रहा है, लेकिन स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीजिंग में सिर्फ बढ़ी बढ़ रहा है ऊपर की तरफ.
Very good, Devansh. So we look here for the graph that in increasing function it may be equal at some values. Increasing may, for strictly increasing, we have this condition that when x2 is increasing, fx1 is less than fx2. And here in this case, we have the condition that equal to sign may also be there. It may be constant at some values. When the values of x are increasing, the value of y may be constant at some points, and then they are increasing at some points, so the sign is of less than equal to. And in case of increasing, sign is of less than. That means the values, when x is increasing, y is increasing at every point. And for increasing function, when x is increasing, y is increasing at some points, y may be equal at some points. Okay, now we are coming to decreasing function. Similarly, we define a decreasing function. How do we define that? See, whenever we are drawing a graph, the values of x will always increase. Graph is always drawn like this, that values of x always increase. Now let's come to x1 and x2. The values of x are increasing, but as the values of x increase, the value of y is decreasing, right? And let's take one more. If the values are like this, x1 and x2. This is figure 1, this is figure 2. Yes. Anyone else leaving Devansh? Just tell me which one is decreasing and which one is strictly decreasing. Looking at the graph on the board, just tell me which one, figure 1 and figure 2 are given to you. Which one is decreasing and which one is strictly decreasing? Yes, Akash?
Ma'am, figure number 1 is strictly decreasing and figure number 2 is decreasing.
Very good. So this is figure number 1 is strictly decreasing and this is decreasing, right? Decreasing, again I tell you, when the values of x are increasing. Now what relation do we have in y? They are greater than or equal to. That means the value, let's take some points. These are some points. This is fx1, this is fx2. So if we look at these points on y-axis, what do we get? fx1 is a greater value, fx2 is a smaller value, right? fx1 is greater, fx2 is smaller, and it may be equal at some points. At these points, the values are equal. This is also fx2. This is also fx2 if we are taking some other point, that is. So we see that at some points the values are equal, and at other points the values are decreasing. So this is a decreasing function. If we look at this, let's take some fx1, let's take some fx2, and if we look at all the points when we are moving from left to right, the values of the function are going on decreasing only. Going on decreasing only. This was a bigger value, this is a smaller value, this is fx2. Right? So we have the condition that fx1 is greater than fx2 when x1 is less than x2. That means the values of y are going on decreasing if x is increasing. So this is a strictly decreasing function, and if it is having a sign of equal to at some points, so it is a decreasing function. So we can compare it using this also. If you look at the left side of the graph, so it is a decreasing function. It may be equal at some points, and if you look at the right side of the graph, it is strictly decreasing function, that at all the points the function is decreasing. At no point it is equal. Now, how can we just find out this concept? Now we know how to find out that whether a function is increasing, decreasing. If we look at this graph, so at some points, let's look from here. If I make it here, how to check for an increasing and decreasing function. If we are making a graph, let's take this. Now when this is an increasing function, increasing, this is some point at which the function is having its maximum value. Let's come to this part of the graph. It is a decreasing function, right? And then again we come to this point. Let's take this point as A, let's take this point as B. The graph comes to its minimum value. And then again, if we look at this part, it is again increasing, right? Now, how to find out whether it is increasing or decreasing if some function is given to us, if some curve is given to us, how to find it out? So we will find out the derivative of the function at this point. We will find out the derivative of the function at any point on the increasing part, at any point on the decreasing part, right? When we find out the derivative, okay, can anyone tell me what is derivative? We have learnt about derivatives. What is derivative? Dy by dx. This is dy by dx, but can you explain the concept, that what is the concept of derivative? If in general we just, some person is asking you that what is a derivative, so can you tell him, he don't know about dy by dx.
Differentiate of y with respect to x.
No, I just want to, okay, I'm just giving a graph. Yeah, this is correct, that what you are saying, but general concept, meaning I want to ask. Anyone else? Juhi? Nandini? Yes, can anyone tell me about that? What is the concept behind it?
मैम वो ये है मतलब कि कितना चेंज हो रहा है वो वैल्यू आएगी चेंज
See, if in general terms, yes, if in general terms you want to talk about derivative, it is slope of tangent at any point on the curve, right? So whenever someone asks you what is a derivative, ऐसे ही कोई चलते हुए पूछ लेता है, okay, you are a science student, you have learnt about maths, can you tell me about derivative? So you will say that derivative is slope of tangent at any point on the curve. Okay, so it is slope of tangent. That is why we are checking for increasing and decreasing, finding out the derivative. Because if slope of tangent, if f dash x, we know slope of tangent is derivative, that is f dash x. If it is greater than 0, that means if it is increasing, then we say increasing means this is the slope of tangent, tan of the angle which the tangent is making from positive direction of x-axis. So if it is greater than 0, then the function is increasing. If it is less than 0 means if we are making a tangent at this point. Let's make a tangent at this point. So this angle it will make, that is an acute obtuse angle, and tan of an obtuse angle is less than the tan of an acute angle, right? So here we have, if the derivative is less than 0, or we can say tan of an obtuse angle is negative. So if it is less than 0, the function is decreasing. If it is greater than 0, the function is increasing. And let's check for the derivative at this point. That is by making a tangent at this point. If we are making a tangent at this point, that is the point which is at the maximum height. We say it as the point of maxima also. We'll be coming to that part. Or we find out the derivative at point B, which is the point of minimum point. The minimum value of the function is there at this point. Maximum value of the function is there at this point. So here we see that the tangent is parallel to x-axis, and at point B also the tangent is parallel to x-axis. At all such points, since the tangent is parallel to x-axis, so derivative at this point will be equal to 0, right? And we can say that the function is constant at this point, because we know that the derivative of a constant function is 0. Derivative of a constant function is 0. So whenever the function is increasing, we get the derivative greater than 0. So whenever a curve is given to us, you can check for it like this. Okay, you can check for it like this. Curve is given. You need to find out whether it is an increasing curve or a decreasing curve, or it is a constant. So you'll find out the derivative. If it comes out to be greater than 0 at that particular point, so we say that the function is increasing. If it comes out to be less than 0 at a particular point, we say that it is decreasing. And if it is equal to 0 at some particular point, we say that the function is constant, right? Now let's take some questions based on this, that how to check for this. First of all, I'm giving a very simple question and you just check for that question. I have told you the concept also for that, how to find out for a derivative which is increasing or decreasing, right? Okay, I'm giving you a question. Beta, if I'm asking something, you have to speak out. A very simple question I am giving to you. The function is fx equal to cos x. And you have to show okay, you have in 0 to pi. I'm giving you the options: increasing, decreasing, constant, or neither increasing nor decreasing. Just tell me what is the answer. You have to check for this function in the interval 0 to pi. Interval is given to you. In 0 to pi, you have to check whether fx equal to cos x is what type of a function. Fx equal to cos x is what type of a function. Yes, just solve it and give me the answer fast. Who's going to give the answer? Rashi?
I'm decreasing.
Decreasing. Okay, let's see whether it is decreasing or not. B part. We will find out the derivative f dash x. Derivative of cos x is minus
sin x.
Right? And we will see that we are given the interval 0 to pi. Now this is 0, this is pi by 2.
Yes, ma'am, decreasing.
Okay, good, Anugya. So we know that, let's check first. We know that sin x is, all the ratios are positive in first quadrant And in second
Yes,
quadrant also sin x is
Sin
positive, right? So it is
positive.
than 0 in first quadrant, or we can say in 0 to pi. And then we are applying a negative sign to it. And we know that whenever we multiply by a negative sign in an inequality, then the sign of the inequality changes. So this comes out to be less than 0 in 0 to pi, or we can say derivative is less than 0 in 0 to pi. And we have just studied that whenever the derivative is less than 0 in a particular interval or at a particular point, the function is decreasing. Okay. So I'm giving you another question. Let's just come to this. Okay, these type of questions are very important for your MCQs. Not much calculation is required, but the concept of this should be clear to you. Let me give you another question. Okay, now see, first type of question, we have two types of questions here. First type is when the interval is given and you have to check for increasing and decreasing, right? Second type is when we are to find out the intervals. If the function is given increasing or decreasing, we have to find out the intervals, right? So let's come to that. The question is fx equal to x square minus 4x plus 6. This is the question. And you have to find out the intervals in which it is increasing or decreasing. I'm asking out that the intervals for increasing, the function is increasing at what intervals? Okay? Increasing at what intervals? I'm giving you the options. This is you have to find out for the intervals at which the function is increasing.
मैम इसमें x की वैल्यू 2 आ जाएगी जो इन्फिनिटी टू पाई करेगी नंबर लाइन को डिवाइड और एक करेगी माइनस इन्फिनिटी टू पाई.
यस
मैम तो 2 और पॉजिटिव इन्फिनिटी के बीच में कोई भी नंबर ले लेंगे उसे उसमें एफएक्स में रख देंगे. अगर फंक्शन बड़ा आया हमारा तो डिक्रीजिंग और अगर 0 बड़ी आई तो increasing.
Good. See, we will apply the concept of derivative again. Let's find out the derivative. Derivative is 2x minus 4. Right? Now, we will just check for the derivative and let's see, put the derivative equal to 0. See, whenever we have to check for increasing or decreasing, we need the turning points. We need the turning points. And we will check for increasing, decreasing on the left and right of those turning points, right? So for the turning point, we know that at all the turning points, derivative is equal to 0. So let us put the derivative equal to 0 for finding out the turning points. So we get 2x minus 4 equal to 0 and we get x equal to 2. That means there is one turning point at which the function is turning from increasing to decreasing or decreasing to increasing. So let's check for that. The only turning point that we have got is 2. Now, we will see that at x equal to 2, what is the case? Let's make a number line. This is minus infinity, 2, and this is infinity. So we have two intervals here. One is from minus infinity to 2 and another is from 2 to infinity. right? Two intervals are there. One is from minus infinity to 2 and another is from 2 to infinity. Okay, now let's check for the derivative. When we are taking some value which is in between minus infinity to 2, let's take some value which is from minus infinity to 2. Any value in between this interval. Let's take, we are taking any value, let's take minus 3.
1
Let's take minus 3 and put it here. Okay, so
मैम
we
1 भी तो ले सकते हैं.
भी ले सकते हैं. We can take it 1 also. Let's take 1. So if we are taking 1, what do we get? F dash 1 we are finding out. So we get 2 minus 4, which is minus 2, that is less than 0. Derivative is less than 0 at this point, right?
Decreasing.
Less than 0 means the function is decreasing. This is a point 2. The function is decreasing when it is between minus infinity to 2, right? We are moving to this direction. This is point 2. So f dash 1 is less than 0. Then let's take a point in between 2 to infinity. Let's take 3. So f dash 3 we are finding out. 2 3 is 6 minus 4, which is 2, that is greater than 0. So we have taken a point 3. At 3 the derivative is greater than
Increasing.
0. Yes, greater than 0. So we check for the points. Any point we can take from our side, not only 1 or 3. So in that particular interval. So we see that the derivative is changing from negative to positive. So we have to find out for the increasing interval. So in this, the derivative is greater than 0. So the function is increasing in 2 to infinity. And if we ask for decreasing, so we can say it is decreasing in minus infinity to 2. Okay, so this is how you have to find out for the intervals. Let's take another one. So you have to do these type of questions for your MCQs. Okay, one more question, that is first question of your exercise 6.2. We are given fx equal to 3x plus 17. You have to show that this is increasing on R, on real numbers, right? Increasing on R. So how to check? Some interval is not given. Complete interval of real numbers minus infinity to infinity is given to us. So if we find out for the derivative we get as 3.
3.
Right? So 3 means it is always positive. Always positive in the complete interval, that is greater than 0. So we see that the function is increasing in R, that is in complete real number.
Real number.
All real numbers. Okay. One more important question, prove that the logarithmic function, that is, if we are given the function fx equal to log x, you have to check for this function in 0 to infinity. You have to check for this in 0 to infinity. I am giving you the options: increasing, then decreasing, constant, and none of these. You have to check for the logarithmic function fx equal to log x in 0 to infinity. Whether it is an increasing function, it is a decreasing function, it is constant, or none of these. We can have some other option.
I'm increasing.
Increasing.
Increasing, very good. It is increasing.
Strictly increasing होगा ये तो.
Yes. F dash x equal to log x. We
1
find
upon x.
derivative, that is 1 upon x. And if we check for 1 upon x in 0 to infinity, whatever value we are putting of x, we always get it greater than 0, right?
0.
No. And it will only greater than 0 because here we have an open bracket. So we
0 to
cannot
5.
here, right? We cannot put 0 here because if we are putting 0, so it will become not defined. क्या यहाँ पे एक ऑप्शन हमें not defined भी दे सकते हैं. We can give not defined. If some option not defined is given to us, so that is not correct. So since it is greater than 0 at all these points, so the function is increasing. Okay, so you have to do these type of questions for your MCQs, and it is a very important topic for MCQ. Two sets I have told you, two types. One is whenever the function is given, interval is given, you have to check for increasing and decreasing. And secondly, you have to find out the intervals at what the function is increasing or decreasing. Okay, the option will be given to you and you have to check for that. What you have to do is find out the derivative. If it is greater than 0 in that particular interval, so increasing. If it is less than 0, so it is decreasing. Now related to this, we have the concept of maxima and minima also. I just want to give you an idea about that. We have a concept of maxima and minima related to this. If we make this, let's take this graph, right? We have some turning points, let's name them as A, B, C, D. We know at all these turning points, the derivative is equal to 0. At all these turning points, derivative is equal to 0. We are taking that B, we are taking at A. Right? Here, the derivative is increasing, so it is an increasing function. This is decreasing. This is increasing at this interval. And again, it is decreasing at this interval. Again, it is increasing at this interval. Right? So we have, if we look here, we have some points of maxima, where the function is getting a maximum value. And more than one maximas, we say them as local maxima, which is in a particular neighborhood, that is in some particular interval. We can have more than one minimum values also. We say them as local minima, right? More than one. There may be some values. It is also minimum value. It is also minimum value for a particular interval. For a particular interval. And these are the maximum values for a particular interval. And this is local maxima and minima. And if we want to find out the maximum value, or we say the absolute maxima or absolute minima, सबसे बड़ी वाली value, that is absolute maxima. सबसे छोटी वाली value, that is absolute minimum. Right, so this is the concept related to increasing and decreasing only, and the difference between absolute maxima, absolute minima, and local maxima, local minima. Right, so here we are ending our session because time is short, and we'll be continuing it tomorrow. Let's take some questions, and I'll be giving you some idea of integrals also. So you just revise this and do the MCQs based on this. I'll be giving you some assignment on MCQs of this, and you can just do that. Right, so let's end up the session here and just revise your topics and do your exams well. Thank you and have a nice day.